Hello, welcome to the World Cup Tournament for the MTB orienteering and also World Under 23 MTB orienteering Championships. Today is the long distance in MOMINO. 32 minutes from the first start. We already have competitors to the course, and we can see their GPSs in both men and women's class. Before looking to the start list, let's see some of the favorites in the men's and women's categories. Yesterday in the sprint distance, we saw really impressive performance by one Czech guy, and this was Wojciech Ludwik, who won the race with over 40 seconds margin to the second placed man. I think Wojciech Ludwik is one of the favorites for the win in today's long distance, but also, of course, the leader in the world ranking, Krzysztof Boger, also from Czech Republic. He was 15th at the sprint. Not the best performance by him in the sprint, but at the World Champs this year, he was second in the long distance, so definitely one of the big favorites for the win. Marcus Jansson from Sweden, another big favorite in the men's class. He is a world champion in the long distance from this year. He was 17th at the sprint yesterday. Of course, Jonas Maiselis, who won the silver medal yesterday from Lithuania. The last starter in the men's category, Ignas Ambrazas from Lithuania. He was on the 9th place in the long distance at the World Championships this year in Sweden. Another favorite in today's long distance. This is Wojciech Stransky. He was 4th in the sprint yesterday. And also Martin Kanta, who was 3rd in the sprint. Davide Machado from Portugal. He was 10th at the long distance in the World Championships this year. Also at the under 23 category, the world champion from the sprint, Bartosz Niebielski. He was 5th at the sprint for the World Cup, and this year he was at the 20th place in the long distance. Now let's see the women's class. I think definitely the big favorite for the win is the leader in the world ranking from Denmark, Camilla Sjogård. She won yesterday's sprints, and she was 2nd at the long distance in the World Championships in Sweden. Of course, Luz Kasareva, who also was at the first place in the sprint with Camilla. She was at the 3rd place. She won bronze medal at the World Championships in the long distance. So she's really good at this type of distance in MTB orienteering. Marika Hara from Finland. She was 3rd yesterday in the sprint. At the World Champs, she finished on the 5th place in the long distance. Another big favorite for the title or for the medal in today's race. Antonia Haga from Finland. She was 6th in the long distance at the World Championships in Sweden. Also in under 23 category, Karina Nurminen. She won the yesterday's sprint and she was 6th in the overall standings in the women's class. Anna Tiderman, yesterday she was 6th, and at the World Championships she finished on a 10th place in the long distance. Another good competitor in the women's class is Cecilia Kristoffersen from Denmark. She was 5th in the sprint yesterday, and she finished 9th at the long distance in the World Championships in Sweden this year. Gabriele Andrasiniene from Lithuania. She finished 4th in the sprint yesterday, and she has 7th place in the long distance at the World Championships this year. So definitely one of the favorites for a medal in today's race. These are some of the favorites in both men and women categories. Now we can see some of the GPS tracks.
We have starters who are already 40 minutes on the track, and we have in some time we will check the routes for today and see which are the main route choice legs. Just to remind you that yesterday we had 2 winners in the women's class, and today they are starting one after each other. Camilo Sjogart, one of the yesterday's winners, is starting 13:43, and 3 minutes after her is starting the other winner from yesterday's race, Ruska Saarela from Finland. So it will be interesting to see if it's possible for them to meet somewhere in the tracks and have visual contact and make it interesting for us to watch. Let's have a check on today's routes. In the men's class, the starting part of the race is quite one-way traffic, and there is no route choices for the first and second and third legs. Second and third are quite short legs, but then the race comes in the more distant part of the map, and there are some route choices. Fourth leg is quite straight route choice, but then to leg number 5 is the first main route choice. There is a route choice to the north, which goes through some fields, and the route choice through the middle, back to on the way to control number 3, and then on the right, mainly downhill, but in the forest and with a lot of tracks, and you have to work good with the map. So leg number 5 is the first main route choice leg for the men. Then you have again 2 route choices, one up back the hill route choice to number 6, and one starting with downhill and then going up from the fields to the forest to route to control number 6. This is the man has two sides of the map, and the first one is until control number 9. They switch their map backside. They flip their map, and they go on the other side of the map from control number 10 to the finish. So then we have control number 7 and 8, which are quite straight legs without very big route choices. Maybe a little micro route choice in the region of control number 8, and then big route choice again to control number 9, you can go down the big river or go up from the around control number 10 and control number 4 to go to control number 9. So it will be interesting to see when the first man come here to have a view who will choose one or the other route choice. The first men we have seen some of the men already passing control number 9. The second starter, Paul Debray, is already past control number 8, and he's starting for the second big route choice control of the day, control number 9. So we will see which one from the two routes he will choose. And then at control number 9, the men flip their maps, and they start on the second part of the map. Control number 11 is the first which has a big route choice. Control number 10 is maybe will be driven on maybe it will be ridden mostly on the right side. Then from 10 to 11 you have a route choice to go back on the main roads, or you can go through the forest, but it will be trickier, so maybe most of the runners will choose to go back to control number 9, or almost to control number 9. And then the last big part of the road, big control, longer leg, is number 16, which again, maybe most runners will go through the other controls, 11, 12, and control number 1, 2, from the part that they have already ridden with the big routes. But we will see if their orienteers who will check what are the slower routes in the forest, but shorter, and see if somebody chooses these more technical routes through the controls.
Looking to the men's course, we can see some really interesting legs with many route choices. Ivan, which leg do you think it will be the most decisive for today's race in the men's category?
I think most of the route choices that go on quicker routes will be better for most of the runners, for the most of the bikers. I think control 5 or 6, 4 to 5 will be quite decisive because it is quite the same on the two sides. It depends how fast the fields in the northern part of the map will be. And I think here the faster route is through the forest on the left, from control 5, from control 4 to control 5. And I think here it will be. Now we see Filip Janowski closing on control number 5, and he has started. He has started at 12:18. He has already caught up some time on the other athletes before him. No, I think so. I don't think so. Thomas Kamarit has caught up a lot of time. He has started 9 minutes after Filip Janowski. Maybe Filip Janowski had a technical problem or made a mistake earlier on. So we see Thomas Kamarit catching 9 minutes to Filip Janowski and 6 minutes to Nikolai Genov from Bulgaria. So I think this is the main route choice in the first part of the men's route today.
What about 8 to 9 control? Do you think we will see two route choices from the competitors, or there will be only one?
I think there are two main route choices here, on the left and on the right. Paul Debray is making some strange mix of the routes. He's the first runner to go there already. and his route is looks like a technical mistake. Maybe he went to the right too early, and he did unnecessary downhill. He's now going uphill again, so he's obviously trying to catch the left route choice. I think this is the better route choice too. Because the right one goes through a big valley, and you do a lot of downhill than a lot of uphill. This one is quite easier to execute, but the other one, the left side, is maybe a little bit harder technically because you have a lot of crossings, but it's easier as a physical on the physical part because you don't have so much downhill and then uphill. So I think the left route choice will be better. If you execute it correctly, not like Paul de Vries is doing right now.
Yeah, I agree. Now, let's see the curves for the women's class. The first control, there is only one way to the control, but in the end, you have to be careful because there are a lot of paths. There are no choices to the second, and maybe also for the third control. I think most of the competitors will go right. It looks much better for me. At the fourth control, there are two route choices, left and right, and it looks like that the left route choice is a little bit better. To the fifth control, for also we have two route choices, but the left route choice looks like better because the right route choice is too long for me. But I can see Kalina Storva is going from right, so we will see what will be the time for this leg for her. And for the other girls who are going to the left route choice. To the sixth control, we have two road choices, but again I think there's only one winning road choice, and this have to be the right road choice. The seventh control, there is only one road choice, I think. And the eighth control looks like one of the decisive legs for the course for the women, with at least two road choices. It's similar to the men's leg, but a bit with a small difference. Maybe the left route choice is better again, but it's a bit longer, so we will see the I think the right route choice is also good. It will be tough only in the end, where is a lot of climb. After that, to the ninth control, there are no route choices, only one way. Maybe the same for the 10th control. At 11th control, there's a refreshment point. Again, one route choice. And the next control, maybe two route choices, but the left one looks a lot better. After that, there's another leg with two route choices, left and right, 12 to 13th control. I think the right route choice a little bit faster, but you have to change the direction for the next control. 14 and 15 control looks easy for the riders. The same for the 16 control. The 17th control is only one way, but you have to be careful because there are some paths to the leg. To the 18th control, also only one way, and after that there are two controls before the finish. Approximately winning time for both men and women is around 1 hour and 40 minutes.
What do you think, Stefan, where will be decided today's race in the women's class? Which are the most decisive legs?
Yeah, I think that 7 to 8 control will be decisive leg. It looks good in the both rule choices, left and right. The left is much longer, but the right is tough in the end, where is a lot of climb. Also maybe 11th, 12th, no, 11th, 12th control, I think it's only one way. So I think 7 to 8 control is definitely the most decisive leg in the women's category. We will see.
I think 4 to 5 will be quite a decisive leg too, because it's a little bit down than the men's control. It's starting a little bit down from the men's control, and it will be more tempting maybe for the runners to go down to the field. But as I said before, when we were discussing the men's control, I think if riding in the forest and you have a lot of crosses, it will be harder technically to execute, but I think it will be faster, because at the end you have a lot of climbing from the fields to go up there. For today's race, we have to say that maybe it will be not so crucial for the route choices if you have to turn at the control, because of course the race is very long, not as yesterday. Yesterday we saw a lot of runners doing quite strange route choices on paper, but it was in the sprint distance. It is very popular to make an unpopular route choice, just to not have to switch direction going through the control, because you lose a lot of time when you have to stop and switch direction. So today maybe the runners will be not so much into these calculations, and they will be willing to make change of the direction, because you're not so fast in the forest, and then you have 80-20 controls for 100 minutes, not as yesterday 25 controls for 19 minutes. So I think today switching direction will not be so crucial as yesterday.
And we can see the start list Stanimir Belmajiv, the 2 times world champion in the ski orienteering. He will start at 12:57 after 2 minutes. Stanimir is the best Bulgarian competitor in both ski and MTB orienteering.
Earlier on, we can see in the men's distance, Paul Debray is already at the end of the first part of the course, so now he will flip his map and continue to control number 10. As we said, the men are flipping maps at control number 9. So after his small mistake in the middle of the 8 to 9 control, he's already on control number 9. A little bit back in the race at control number 7 is Tomasz Kamarit, who is having a very good race. He's already almost catched up on Florian Schneider from Switzerland. Thomas Kamarit is 3 minutes after him, and he's moving let's say 1 minute behind him, so he's quite faster. Also Albin Desmarais-Julie from France is 3 minutes after Thomas Kamarit, and he's also looking to be a little bit faster. So we have 3 guys starting 3 minutes from one another who are going quite good. They have passed Nikolai Genov and Filip Janovsky in the first part of the course, so they're very fast. Then we see Matthias Ludwig, who started 9 minutes after Albin Demaret-Julie, who is already making his left route choice on control number 5, and he's riding through the forest. Lucas Wilms, who started 3 minutes before Matthias Ludwig, is going on the other side to control number 5 from the fields, from down the fields on the right side. So we'll see a little bit later which one route choice is faster, but I think it's obvious that the left one is quite faster.
In the women's class, we can see Lena Hofer from Switzerland. She is going to the 5th control from the right. She take the right route choice. Also, I think Gergana Stojcova is at the 4th control. It will be interesting to see if she will also go to the right or will take the left route choice. Christina Kozarova and Liu Garcin are together, and they are going to the 4th control. Christina Kozarova started at 12:40, and Liu Garcin from France started 3 minutes after her. So already catch. She already catched Christina Kozarova before the 4th control.
We can see Iris Aurora Pecorari from Italy going very well. She's already going to control number 6. She's going on the left route choice from 5 to 6, which is almost through control number 7 on the next path. And Iris Aurora Pecorari, yesterday she had a very good run. She led it almost for the half of the race. She led it in the women's class. She's also in the classification under 23. So she's already close to control number 6. And we can also see Aleksandra Saturska from Poland going backwards. I don't know which control she's going to, but let's see. Iris Aurora Pecorari right to control number 6. She already passed one path that looked to be the path through the control, but now she will ride on the big path, maybe to control number 6. Maybe these small paths in the forest don't look so tempting for the riders.
She finished 9th yesterday, Iris Aurora Pecorari, and it's impressive that she's only 18 years old, and she has really good chances for a medal in today's long distance at the World Under 23 Championships. We will see, but a really impressive performance by her yesterday in the sprint. Christina Kozarova and Liu Garcin also got the right route choice to the 5th control. For the moment, most of the competitors are going right.
The second starter, Rosalie Kucharova from Czech Republic, is going from 7 to 8 control with the right route choice, which, as we said, is very hard at the end. You can see her now, and in some minutes maybe we can see her back there where she is, because it's a very steep climb at the end of control number 8. On the left side, we will see in some time maybe somebody making their left route choice. So we will see, and we'll try to make a comparison which one is faster.
Stanimir Belmajer from Bulgaria, without any problems to the first control, already to the second control. Paul de Bry is already going to the 10th control in the men's class. I think he will be the first finisher in this category if everything is alright with his performance to the end. Paul de Bry started at 12:03. He was the second starter in today's race. Also, we can see the third starter, Juan Sanz, who is going to the 9th control. He is a bit late to the time of Paul de Bry. Stanimir Belmajer is going to the third control. I'm not sure, is there a mistake from the Bulgarian rider, or it's a problem with his GPS. Paul de Bry got the 10th control, and now he is going to the 11th control, decisive leg in the men's cars. He take the left route choice to the 11th control, and for me this is the better route choice, but we will see.
In the women's class, as we said, Rosalie Kucherova is riding to control number 8, and on the right route choice. As we said, the last part is very hard. As you can see, we spoke before 2 minutes, and she was very close to the control, and she's continuing to ride up to the control because it's very, very hard. Bianca Tamash, who started 9 minutes after her, is already catching up on her. Maybe she will catch her soon because she's already maybe 3 minutes back. So she has caught up some time, maybe 5 or 6 minutes. We can see 5 to 6 control. We can see Kosara Boteva from Bulgaria making the left route choice from 5 to 6, and she has catched the paths in the forest, which Iris Aurora Pecorari earlier missed. And Iris Aurora Pecorari did ride on the upper side, making some more climbing and going through the big hill, because she maybe didn't see the small routes in the forest.
Rosalie Kucherova is almost at the 8th control. We can see on her route choice, in the end there is micro route choice. Ivan, what do you think about these two micro route choices to the 8th control? More straight or to the right?
I think they will decide on place if they see the dotted route, the dotted path. If it looks quite okay, on place, it is quite straight, and I think they will decide on place. If they see that it looks slower, they will choose to ride on the right side, making a little bit longer but a little bit less bumpier ride. We see Rosalie Kucherova riding in the middle, directly to the hill, and I see Bianca Tamash maybe deciding to ride on the bigger path on the right side. So maybe it will depend on the riders. If they have good legs, they will try to go on the straight line, and if they're tired, they will prefer the right route choice, right micro route choice, which is quite easier from the physical part.
Yeah, I also heard from some masters competitors that the more direct micro route choice is better. The path is good, so there is no problem to go direct to the control.
It looks like field, so maybe it has been cut. The grass should have been cut before the race, so it will be. I think it will be good for riding if you have the legs to go directly to the hill and not have to step from the bike and push it. We already see Teodora Tabakova from Bulgaria making on the right route choice from control number 6 to control number 7. She's very fast compared to her compatriot Kosara Boteva, who is already at the same place, and they have started almost 20 minutes one from another. So Teodora Tabakova has caught up a lot of time. From control number 5 to control number 4 to control number 5, we see two girls, Evelina Valima from Finland, and then Marisa Costa from Portugal. They were quite close to each other, but Marisa Costa made a technical mistake. We said that this route choice is very technical because you have a lot of crossings which are close to each other, and you can easily make a mistake. We see Marisa Costa making totally unnecessary downhill, and maybe in some time she will understand. Then yeah, I think she's going back upwards. She has understood her mistake and she's going back, but she lost a lot of time on Evelina Valima, who was quite a little time before her. So maybe Evelina Valima will restore some of the time that she previously lost to Marisa Costa.
Yeah, and Marisa Costa, she almost catch Evelina Valima with 3 minutes, so she lost this time now. You can see that she's already turned out and going to the right direction, but it's a lot of time lost at this moment.
Let's go back at the men's race for a little check how things are going there. We had 3 riders going quite close: Tomasz Kamarit, Albin Demaret, Julie, and the next starter. They were going quite close. This was not the next starter, but the starter after it, Lucas Wilms. He's 6 minutes after Albin Demaret, Julie from France. Let's see where he is. He's riding to control number 8, and Albin Demaret Julie is in the middle of control number 8 to 9, the last long leg from the first part of the route. And Tomasz Kamarit is already close to control number 9. Looks like Tomasz Kamarit is going quite away from Albin Demaret Julie. He has some lead from him because Albin Demaret started 3 minutes after Tomasz Kamarit, but now the difference between them looks like more like 5 minutes. So Tomasz Kamarit is going faster. Florian Schneider started 3 minutes before Tomasz Kamarit, and he's almost at control number 9. So looks like very close between these two guys, Florian Schneider and Tomasz Kamarit.
We can also see Sebastian Svart from Sweden. He is going really well. He started at 13 o'clock, 3 minutes after Stanimir Belmezhev, and I think he will catch the Bulgarian very soon. They are going to the 5th control, and both guys are going to the right route choice. Also, Hennes Hnilike, he got the 5th control, and now he is going to the 6th control, taking the right route choice. For me, this is the better route choice.
I think Hannes Knilika is having quite a good race because he's a lot. He seems a lot faster than the guys after him. Stanimir Belomozhev is 6 minutes. He has started 6 minutes after him. He's almost at control number 4. Hannes Knilika already got control number 5, and he's already going through control number 6.
Yeah, really impressive performance by Hannes Knilika for the moment, and he's only 18 years old.
We have to say that he chose the left route choice to control number 5. As we said, looks like a little bit faster one. But we will see which the favorites, which will choose the favorites.
It's really important to have a good map memory for today's race, because there's a lot of paths, and you have to be very careful to read the map, and also to get the right route choices. Interesting route choice by Albin Demeret. I think this is a good route choice, but we will see at the end. Paul Debray is already going to the 14th control, which is a refreshment point. After that, he will have another long leg, 15 to 16th, and it will be a decisive leg for his performance. That it's good for the moment.
Bartosz Niebelski started before 6 minutes.
Yeah, Bartosz Niebelski, he won yesterday's sprint in the World Under 22 Championships, and also he was
5th in the men's class. After him, 6 minutes after him, started Georg Kofler from Austria, who was one of the 2 guys that were 2nd yesterday. Hannes Hnilika was the other one in the under 23. So all of the favorites and the winners from yesterday in the top 3 in the under 23 class has already started. We will wait for some time for Bartosz Niebelski to come in the region of control number 2, where the GPS tracking has good signal, and we will see how he's going. Stanimir Belomozhev is already close to control number 5. And Hannes Hnilika is closing on control number 6. Maybe Sebastian Svart will go into the GPS reception part of the route in every time on the right route choice to control number 5. So we will see if he has caught up some more time on Stanimir Belomajev. He was very close to him. And then we have to wait some time to have some knowledge on the.
I think he's approximately 2 minutes or behind Stanimir. One to 2 minutes maybe, but we will see at the control point number 5. Damian Hiwa decided to go left to the 6 control. I don't think it's the better choice for this leg.
Iris Aurora Pecorari is riding on the right route choice to control number 8. We don't see anybody choosing the left one still. She's the third rider to go on the right side, and we will see what will be the micro route choice from her at the end of the route, directly through the hill, or on the right with a little bit little bit less steeper climbing.
Yeah, this leg, the left route choice looks a bit longer, so it's not a surprise that most of the girls are going to the right.
Yeah, but this lot climbing almost 100 looks like almost 100 meters denivellation at the end of the route. It's very hard, and I think after that you will not be able to push on the next part of the route, which is quite easy and fast. If you're a lot more tired when you go to control number 8 after this leg sapping route choice, and at the end of the 8 control, I think you will not have power to push on control number 9, 10, 11, and 12, which are very easy and fast tracks.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's really tough in the end. At this leg,
we have Hannes Knilika already at control number, almost at control number 7. He has caught up with Damian Hila, who is 6 minutes before him, and almost caught up with Agoston Fekete from Hungary, who is 9 minutes before him. So a very good race from Hannes Knilika. Stanimir Belomajev started 6 minutes after him. So looks like pretty even between the two of them. When in the GPS tracking, when I switch the tail of Stanimir the tail to 6 minutes, I see Stanimir Belomajev almost at the tail of Hannes Knilika, so they're pretty even at control number 5. Stanimir is quite fast, and I think he has already restored the 3 minutes margin between him and Sebastian Svart, or it is maybe a little bit. He has caught up some time on Sebastian Svart. Maybe Sebastian Svart is 1 minute faster than Stanimir, not 2 minutes like before. He was very close to him. So we will see how this competition between the three of them goes. But as for now, I think at control number 5, it's pretty even between the three of them, with a little margin for Sebastian Svart.
Ivan, what do you think about the difference between the ski orienteering and MTB orienteering, and is it possible to be equally good in both sports, like Stanimir, who is 2 times world champion in the ski orienteering?
I think before some years it was quite obvious that a lot of ski orienteers were very good mountain bike orienteers. But in the last years, we see a lot of specific trainings for maybe some much more people train specifically for mountain bike orienteering. So we see a lot less ski orienteers interfere with the best in the mountain bike orienteering. So I think it's very hard when the sport becomes so competitive. It's very hard to maintain good form in the two sports, because the ski orienteering season is going to the end of the March, for example, and it's hard to start biking at the end of March and be in technical and physical condition close to the best in this sport. So I think it will continue this trend to see a little less and less ski orienteers being the first 10 in mountain bike orienteering, because it's hard to be so good in two sports. But it's good because we see somebody specializing in one discipline and doing well.
Yeah, I think that Stanimir generally use the MTB orienting for preparation for the ski season, where he is the best, and it's good to see him here at the World Cup.
In Bulgaria, we have quite countries for the ski orienteering, so he uses mountain bike as some type of preparation. Roller skiing is not so easy in Bulgaria too, because we don't have enough routes for roller skating. So he maintains his condition with mountain biking, but nonetheless, the two sports require different muscle groups. The winter orienteering, the ski orienteering, uses a lot more muscle in the upper part of the body, which is not so useful in mountain biking, and it's hard to. You have to carry these muscles in the forest, and as we see today, a lot of big climbings, and it's not very easy when you're a big guy from the ski orienteering and the ski cross-country skiing.
Paul de Bray, the second starter today, is already at the 15th control, and it will be interesting to see his route choice to the 16th control, the last decisive leg in the men's route, in the men's course, and I think he is going to the right. For me, it looks a bit better to go to the right. What do you think about Ivan about the route choice to the 16th control in the men's class, and the route choice of Paul de Bray, who is going to the right?
I'm pretty sure that the right route choice is the right route choice because it's on very fast tracks. You already know them. You have a little bit of climbing at the start of the route, but as you have been riding these pretty flat and big paths the last 3 or 4 kilometers from 9 to 15th. I think you have a lot of power accumulated if you have saved a little bit energy, and then you can push the first part of the route to go to the hill, and then you can ride very fast to the big tracks. If control 16 was quite a bit left, closer to control number 10. It would have been more even, the route choices, but now I think the right route choice is only on the right, back through the previous controls.
Two good girls started their races. Constance develops from France. She was 11th at the long distance in the World Championships in Sweden this year, and also Antonia Haga from Finland. She was 6th in the long distance at the World Champs, and in the men's start list we can see now Martin Kanta from Czech Republic. He was 3rd in the sprint yesterday. He will start at 13:27. Before him at 13:21 started Noor Ryder from Switzerland. He was 17th at the long distance in the World Championships in Sweden this year. And he is 22 years old, so he also competes in the World Under-23 Championships. Also Bartosz Niebielski, who won yesterday's world title in the Under-23 category. Let's see his GPS. It looks like that for the moment there is no GPS by Bartosz Niebielski. We can see George Koffler, who is going from 4th to 5th control. From Austria, he started at 13:15, and he's going maybe to the left.
Yeah, he did the downhill and then switched to the left route choice, which I continue to think is faster. And he's one of the guys who were second yesterday in the men under-23 category. So he has already won a silver medal with his compatriot Hannes Knilika. And he was one of the 5 guys with even times in the men's class, maybe sharing 8th place. Hannes Knilika is already riding to control number 8, and he has chose the left route choice. Agustin Fekete and Damian Hilla almost together with him on control number 8 chose the left route choice. So we will see what will be the difference in control number 9. Nonetheless, we have to have in mind that Hannes Knilika is maybe the better rider because he was a lot faster than them yesterday. Lucas Wilms is the other rider who is on the right route choice right now. Hannes Knilika and Damian Hilla started the leg together, so we will see how it goes closing to control number 9. Stanimir Belomozhev is already at control number 7. He looks to be quite away from the tail of Hannes Knilika. So maybe he has lost sometimes to control number 7. As I remember, at control number 6 they were very close. Control number 5, of course, they were very close. So now I see Hannes Knilika quite maybe one and a half minutes before Stanimir Belomozhev.
Sebastian Svart is also very close to Stanimir, and he started 3 minutes behind him. Maybe around 1-2 minutes difference, I'm not sure. We're waiting to see the actual GPS by Sebastian Swart. Yeah, it looks that he's close to Stanimir.
But maybe he hasn't still went to control number 7. I don't know. Or maybe he has, but the GPS hasn't caught up with him. Yeah. Martin Ilic is some minutes after Sebastian Svart, maybe 1 minute only at control number 6. He's closing on control number 6. The starter behind Sebastian Svart. Yeah, Sebastian Svart is quite confidently riding to control number 8, so I think he has went to control number 7 and almost caught up Stanimir Belomozhev in this harder technical part, harder physical part of the run. Maybe Stanimir did some mistake before control number 6. Let's see his GPS. No, it looks like quite forward. We saw some runners missing this little path going up from control number 5 to control number 6. Just before control number 6, you have to do a little left turn in the forest, and we saw some riders missing it. But nonetheless, it's visible that now Sebastian Svart has caught up Stanimir Belomozhev, and they're riding together. Martin Ilic is already at control number 6, and we will see how close he is to them soon.
In the women's category, we can see Rosalie Kucharova on the 12th control, going to the 13th control. She started second in the women's class at 12:04. She's going to the right route choice to the 13th control, and there are no more decisive legs, I think, in the women's class, but she will have to be careful to not make any mistakes or hesitations during her race. I can see that she take the left route choice to the 13th control. It's interesting to see which route is faster. You have a lot of climb in the end of the left route choice, because you lose some height in the beginning. So for me, the right route choice for the 13th control is better, but we will see the other riders in this category. From 11th to 12th control, we can see Alexandra Saturska and Karina Be. They are going to the left route choice. It's interesting leg, 11th to 12th. The right route choice looks a bit longer, but more easy to ride. Now on the start line is Cecilia Kristoffersen from Denmark. She's one of the favorites for today's race. Actually, she already started her race at 13:31. But now on the start line is Karina Nurminen from Finland. She was 6th in the sprint, and she won the title in the under 23 category. Karina Nurminen from Finland. She is 22 years old. Also, Marika Hara from Finland, who won the bronze medal in the sprint, started her race at 13:28. Marika Hara, she was 5th in the long distance at the World Champs this year in Sweden. So I think she has really good chances to fight for a medal in the women's race. We can see that Lena Hofer takes the left route choice to the 12th control, to the 8th control, sorry. So there are riders who are going to the left route choice to this leg. In the beginning of the competition, most of the riders was going to the right. Let's see the men's class and the GPS. A lot of competitors in the area of 11th, 12th, 13th control. We can see Florin Schneider, also Tomasz Kamerit. After him is Marko Pelov, who was the first starter in today's race. They are going to the 14th control. Another competitor in this area is Albin Demarajoli. Also Jan Vasek. We can see that Stanimir Belmajev and Sebastian Swart are going with different route choices. Stanimir is going to the left, and Sebastian is more straight. Maybe he will ride to the right.
We have a lot of runners from the men's class already passing control number 5, and some already some of the favorites. So we can make a quick check through the TrackSport GPS system, which route choice on the first of the route choice tracks looks better. So we will make a little mass start from control number 4 to control number 5 to see which route choice is faster. As you can see, the left route choice has 2 micro route choices. You go down and then on the left, or you go back to control number back to control number 3, and then from the refreshment point go on the right. So we can see in the first part of the route Albin Desmarais Julie from France going very quickly. We'll see if the guys who are biking down from the fields will be quicker at the end of the route. But as you can see, the left route choice continues to be faster, and Albin Desmarais Julie and Tomasz Kamarit, who chose the left, are very faster than Stanimir Belumajev, Sebastian Svart, and the other guys who was quickest on the right route choice. So you can see obviously more than 2 minutes faster left route choice on control number 5.
And also we can see that in the beginning of the leg, the left micro route choice was better than the right micro route choice.
We will do some comparison with the next decisive routes on the men's course a little bit later, when we have more bikers passing them. Now we have Hannes Knilika already passing control number 9. As you remember, he chose the left route choice to control number 9, which is a little bit more technical, but not as physical as the right route choice. Damian Hila started together with him from control number 8, but Hannes Knilika has already passed control number 9 and going to control number 10, and Damian Hila is still on his route to control number 9. So as we said, maybe this is the faster route choice, but we will see as most of the riders go there. Albin Desmarais Julie, who we saw making the fastest leg from control number 5 to control number 4 to 5, is already riding to control number 14, and he will go back maybe soon to control number 16. We see Juan Sanz from Spain making the unpopular route choice from 15 to 16, going down the big valley, and we will see how much time it will cost for him to go back to the hill, because he didn't choose to go back through the other controls. He chose the shorter route choice, but we will see if it's faster route choice to control number 16. We have Martin Kanta already riding on the right route choice, which we saw is slower to control number 5. Sarunas Dmukauskas is riding on the left, and Samunas has started 3 minutes only before Martin Kanta, and looks like a lot closer to the control, but Martin Kanta is in a part of the forest that there is no GPS coverage, so we will see when they go to the control what is the difference. Noah Reader started 3 minutes before Sarunas, and he has been riding the left route choice to control number 5, and he's he's a little bit slower than Sarunas. Sarunas will be maybe we'll have 50 seconds advantage to no rider at the control, at fifth control. So as we were prognosing, this control will be very decisive, because we saw big differences in the quick mass start procedure that we checked with the riders who already passed this part of the route.
It's also interesting to see 8th to 9th control, where Stanimir Belmajev and Sebastian Svart got different route choices. Stanimir is going to the left, and Sebastian is going to the right. They got the 8th control almost in the same time.
At this moment, it looks like Sebastian Svart already showed up on the GPS, and it looks like he will be faster, because he has already did most the hardest part of the climbing. It remains for him only 50 meters, 40-50 meters of climbing, and he looks closer to the control than Stanimir Belmajev. But maybe soon we will have this information. Yes, they were together with control number 8. So maybe this route is not as clear as control number 5 to control number 4 to 5. Control number 9 will be more difficult to decide which route choice is faster.
Also, we are expecting the first finisher in today's race, and this has to be Paul Debray, who already got the 18th control. Now he's going to the 19th control. This is the third last control in the men's race. After the 9th control, there are 2 controls in the village. So maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and we can expect the first finisher in today's long distance at the World Cup. Kamila Sjogor already started her race in the women's category, the leader in the world ranking. She won yesterday's sprint, and she was second in the long distance at the World Champs in Sweden. She's definitely the big favorite for the win, or one of the big favorites. The Danish girl is going to the first control. I think there will be no problem for her in the first and second control, but it will be interesting to see her route choices in the decisive legs, like 4th to 5th control, and also 7th to 8th control. I think these are the 2 legs that will decide the race in the women's class. Paul Debray is at the 19th control, the third last control. And we are expecting him here at the finish. Paul Debray, he started at 12:03. So his time for the moment is 1 hour and 43 minutes. Approximately the winning time for the men today will be 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Now we will have a quick check of the route choices to control number 9 at the men's class. We have a lot of runners already, a lot of bikers already passing control number 9. The route choice has a part which has not very good coverage of the GPS, but as you see, a lot of bikers choosing the right route choice, and a lot of riders choosing the left route choice. In some part of the leg, they will lose GPS coverage, but at the end, we will see what is happening. mainly Tomasz Kamarit and Hannes Hnilika and Stanimir Belomojev from the fast riders on the left side. And on the right side, we have Juan Sanz, Sebastian Svart, whose GPS is going through the forest, but it's not. This is because of loss of coverage. You see Tomasz Kamarit on the left side going quite fast. Hannes Hnilika too, and we'll see at the end of the route who is fastest. But looks like this is very even, not like control number 5, where the left route choice is clearly better. Here we have Tomasz Kamarit already very close to the control, also Sebastian Svart. Tomasz Kamarit punches control number 9 first, and Hannes Hnilika second. Then we have some riders coming all together. First from the right side is Sebastian Svart, maybe 30 seconds difference. Better on the left side of control number 9, and I think we should add some more seconds, because a lot of the climbing at the end part of the control on the left side, on the right side.
Now we are expecting Paul de Bry on the second last control. He will be the first finisher in today's race in the men's category. He was the second starter in the men's class. Paul de Bry from France. His time for the moment is approximately 1 hour 45 minutes. We will see him very soon at the second last control. Maybe 10 to 20 seconds for Paul de Bry to get the 20th control. And here is Paul de Bry on the second last control. Now he is going to the last control, and we are expecting here at the finish, the first finisher in today's long distance, Paul de Bry. I think his time will be approximately 1 hour and 47 minutes.
Here is Paul de Bry going to the last control. We can already see him coming to last control and on the finish corridor. His time is 1 hour 46 minutes and 40 seconds, so he will be just a little bit faster than 1:47. Finish for Paul de Bry.
Yeah, I think good performance by Paul de Bry today for 1 hour and 46 minutes and some seconds. He started at 12:03. He was the second starter, and he was alone in the forest during the whole race. There are no other competitors in front of him, excluding Marko Pelov, who was catched in the beginning of the race. He was caught in the beginning of the race, and in the men's class we can see the GPS of the competitors. We can see from 5th to 6th control, Jeremy Poiret is going to the right. The same for Martin Kanta. Martin Kanta, who was third yesterday in the sprint. But I think that Jeremy Poiret from France is closing to him. So Martin maybe lose some time. maybe around 40 seconds or 1 minute is the time that Jeremy won by. In front of Martin Kanta is Noah Ryder and Savinas Makauskas, and also Jonas Vytautas Gviudis. Noah Ryder, he started at 13:21. For the moment, I think good performance by the Swiss guy. He was 17th in the long distance at the World Champs earlier this year in Sweden. He is very close to Jonas Vytautas Gviudis, who started 3 minutes earlier. Also good performance by Savinas Dmukauskas from Lithuania. He started 3 minutes behind Noah Ryder. Martin Kanta to the 6th control. He's a little bit late. If you watch the GPS of Savinas Dmukauskas, maybe Martin Kanta is 1 minute behind Savinas Dmukauskas at the 6th control. We can see Furin Schneider to the 16th control, and I think he will be the second finisher in the men's class. He started at 12:24. Furin Schneider.
We already saw some interesting stuff on the route choice legs. In some more time, we will see what are the what is the different what is the result from the different route choices to control number 16. But we have to wait for more runners to go through these route choices in the men's class. Let's see how things are going back to the later starters, and to wait for some more guys to pass control number 16 so we can make a comparison. But on the previous route choice legs, control number 4 to 5, we see clearly faster route on the left side to control number 5. And on the control number 8 to 9, a little bit faster left route choice, but it is a little bit less climbing too, because maybe riders choosing this route choice will be quicker at the next part of the route.
And the last starter in the women's class, Anna Tiderman from Sweden. She already started her race at 13:55. So already all competitors in the women's class are in the forest. Anna Tiderman, she was 6th in the sprint yesterday, and at the World Champs in the long distance, she was 10th. 3 minutes before her started Gabriele Andrasiene from Lithuania. She was 4th in the sprint yesterday, and she was on the 7th place in the long distance at the World Champs this year.
Now we can see mass start from 4 to 5 in the women's class to see which is the faster route choice for the women. Here is the must-start in the live zone tracking system for route choice to control number 4 to control number 5. It's quite similar to the men's route choice, one right route choice through the fields with downhill in the start and uphill in the end, and one very much straighter route choice, but harder technical with not so much downhill and uphill on the left side, going through control number 7. Now we see Karina Nurminen, but she hasn't reached control number 5, so her truck is stopping there. But Iris Aurora Pecorari is very much faster than the girls going from the lower side. Some of them missing the split to control number 5. You see. So in the women's class again, we have a lot faster route choice on the left side to control number 5, and maybe the girls who are riding on the right side will lose time there.
Wojciech Stransky started his race in the men's class. He started at 13:57. He was 4th in the sprint yesterday. 3 minutes before him started Johan Courtois from France. He was 22nd in the long distance at the World Champs this year.
In the men's tracking, you see, we can see Tomasz Kamarit already closing to control number 18. He's the 10th starter today, but he will be the 2nd to finish. He has caught up Florian Schneider and passed him. He's the 9th starter, and they will be the next. They will be the next guys to finish. To control, they're closing on control number 18. A little bit of downhill, then some uphill to control number 19, and then pretty nice ride to the finish through the village. So maybe 5 minutes time we can see Tomasz Kamarit at the finish with a new leading time in the men's class. He was very good at the starting part of the route, and he quickly closed up to Florian Schneider, who started before him. We can see also Wojciech Stransky riding through control number 1. He started 13:57 before 3 minutes. After him, we are waiting for the start of Davide Machado from Portugal. And also the last part of the starting list. Then we have Mika Nurmi from Finland. And the starting list closes with Ignas Ambrazas from Lithuania at 14:24. The last starter, 5th in yesterday's race. He did 6th in yesterday's race. I think he did a mistake at the last part of the route yesterday. So maybe he would have been first in the under-23 class if he didn't make this mistake at the last easy part of yesterday's race. So we have 24 minutes until the last starter in the men's class, and maybe we have 5 minutes until the finish of the second guy today. He is Tomasz Kamarit from Czech Republic.
Yeah, the big favorites in the men's class will start in some minutes. Christoph Bogard, who is the leader in the world ranking, he will start at 14:06. Christoph Bogard, he was 15th at the sprint, but he won the silver medal in the long distance at the World Champs this year in Sweden. 3 minutes behind him is Marcus Jansson. He is the current world champion in the men's class. And also Wojciech Ludwig, who won yesterday's sprint with impressive margin to the second. Wojciech Ludwig will start at 14:12. Jonas Maiseris from Lithuania. He was second in the sprint yesterday, and he is 3 minutes behind Wojciech Ludwig. So a really interesting group with 4 really good competitors, one after his.
In the women's class, Camille Sjogart is riding on the faster route choice to control number 5. She's already halfway up control number 5 from control number 4. The other winner from yesterday. The other winner from yesterday started 3 minutes after her, Ruska Saarela, but we still don't see her in the GPS coverage zone. We wait for the first finisher in the women's class. This is Rosalie Kucharova from Czech Republic, who started second today at 12:04. We are waiting for her at last control. She's already up here, and now she's closing up on the finish. Rosalie Kucharova with a time of almost 2 hours, 1 hour 59 minutes and some seconds. Finish for Rosalie Kucharova, the second starter today. Soon we will have Bianca Tamas with number 105 from Hungary. She's already almost up to second to last control. Bianca Tamas now.
She will be 8 to 9 minutes faster than Rosalie Kucharova. And we are also expecting the next finishers in the men's class. And we can see that Tomasz Kamarit is going to the second last control. After him is Furin Schneider. Maybe they have approximately 1 to 2 minutes to arrive on the second last control.
Here is Bianca Tamas, who just passed second to last control, and she's riding to the finish line. We're waiting for her at the last control. Bianca Tamas, who started at 12:13. Her time will be a little bit more than 1 hour 50 minutes, maybe 1:52, 1:51. A very good ride by her. She almost caught up Rosalie Kucharova, who started 9 minutes before her. And she caught a lot of other runners from Bulgaria and Japan in the meantime. So it will be a good time for Bianca Tamas. Here she is on the last control. The next rider will be our Iris Aurora Pecorari from Italy. She's already up to control number 17. And finish for Bianca Tamas with 1 hour 51 minutes.
She's the new leader in the women's class, and we are expecting the official time of Bianca. I think, yeah, her time is 1 hour and 52 minutes and 17 seconds. She's 7 minutes and 17 seconds faster than Rosalina Kucharova.
And we have Tomasz Kamarit already very close to control number 20, which is the second to last control, and we're waiting for him to see what time he will finish. Tomasz Kamarit has started in 12:27, and his time will be around 100 minutes, 1 hour and 40 minutes, which is a very good time for Tomasz Kamarit from Czech Republic. He's one of the very good competitors at the first part of the starting list. Then Albin Demaret Julie is some minutes after him, but he's very close to his time. It will be very close between the two riders. Tomasz Kamarit is already doing the last climbing part, going into the village, and he will surely come up very soon in our view at second to last control, and at the last control to the finish. with a time of 1 hour and 40 minutes approximately. Here is Tomasz Kamarit, who passed very quickly, making the left route choice to the last control. And we'll soon see him at the finish line. Florin Schneider, who started 3 minutes before him, will be the next finisher. But we will wait for the time of Albin Demaret-Julie, who is 3 minutes behind Tomasz Kamarit. Here is Tomasz Kamarit to last control, and we will wait him at the finish very soon with a time of 1 hour and 40 minutes. Here he is. You can see him at the finish corridor. 1 hour, 40 minutes and 50 seconds is his unofficial time for Tomasz Kamarit. Very good ride for him. Maybe he will continue to lead for a lot of time because, as we see, Albin Demaret-Julie is a little bit slower. Maybe some 50-40 seconds will be his time slower than Albin Demaret-Julie. In the meantime, Florin Schneider is already very close to the finish line. We will wait for him. Florin Schneider is already visible at last control, and he's riding to the finish. He started 3 minutes before Tomasz Kamarit, and he will be a little bit slower. The official time of Tomasz Kamarit is 1 hour, 40 minutes and 47 seconds. And now we see Florin Schneider finishing with a time of 1 hour, 45 minutes and 35 seconds. Then we have to wait for Albin Demaret-Julie to see if it will be possible for him to have the time of the winner, to beat the time of the winner for now. We wait for Iris Aurora Pecorari in the women's class. Iris Aurora Pecorari from Italy is already very close to control number 18, which is 2 controls before the end. But a little bit before her will be Albin Demaret-Julie in the men's class.
We have 3 finishers in the men's class for the moment. Tomasz Kamarit is the leader. Second place for Paul Debray, and third place for Juan Sanz from Spain. He is 22 minutes and 45 seconds behind the leader. Very good performance by Tomasz Kamarit.
At the women's class, the official times of Bianca Tamash and Rosalie Kucherova, who are the only 2 finishers, are 112 minutes and 119 minutes. But we are waiting for the finish of Iris Aurora Pecorari, who is already closing up on the second to last control. quite closely followed up by Jana Hnilika from Austria, but Iris Aurora Pecorari started 6 minutes after Jana Hnilika. So we will wait for her time. It will be impressive. It will be below 1 hour 50 minutes, maybe 1 hour 46. In the men's class, we're waiting for Albin Demaret-Julie at the finish line. Every second now.
Wojciech Hudvik also started his race in the men's class.
We have Alvin Demaret-Julie at the finish line, and his time will be just outside the time of the leader, and maybe 3 minutes outside of the time of Tomasz Kamarit. 1 hour and 5 minutes. 1 hour and 103 minutes will be the time of Alvin Demaret-Julie. And now we wait for in the women's class for our new leader, who is Iris Aurora Pecorari with starting number 110. She will be the next finisher in the women's class. We have the official time of Albin Demaret-Julie, which is 1 hour to 102 minutes and 53 seconds, 2 minutes behind the time of the leader, Tomasz Kamarit. And in the women's class here is at second to last control our new leader, who is Iris Aurora Pecorari from Italy. She started her race at 12:28, and now 1 hour and 46 minutes later, she's already at the finish. We are waiting for her at last control. Iris Aurora Pecorari, 1 hour 47 minutes and some seconds will be her time. She's on the route to last control. Here she is at the last control. She's pushing to the line with 1 hour 47 minutes. Then we can see a little bit GPS mustards to see if how the runners are going. 1 hour 47 minutes and 19 seconds. The new leader in the women's class, Iris Aurora Pecorari. As yesterday, she seems to be in very good shape, and I think this time will give her the lead for a lot of today's a big part from today's race. We will see who will be the first runner to challenge her time, the first rider to challenge her time.
We are also expecting Jana Hnilika on the second last control. Jana Hnilika, she started 6 minutes before Iris Aurora Pecorari. And here is Jana Hnilika on the second last control. Now on the finish, Jana Hnilika. She will be approximately 7 minutes behind the leader in the women's race. Iris Aurora Pecorari. The Italian girl, she performed really well yesterday. Today another good performance by her. We will see if her time is enough.
Now we're waiting for the first starter today in the men's class. It is the local Bulgarian Marko Pelov, who is only 16 years old, and he will be the next finisher in the men's class. Here he is to the finish line with number 1, and then we'll make mass start from the start in the women's class, so we can see how is the competition now until now in the women's class. Here are the women, and we do a mass start from the start.
I think Kana Tiderman arrived first at the third control.
We saw Gabriela Gustafsson make one mistake, going to control number 4 instead of control number 3, and some riders deciding to make the left route choice to control number 4. Gabriela Gustafsson looks in a very good lead, but she did a big mistake to control number 5 nonetheless. I think she missed control number 5. I think she's riding the men's route. Maybe she has taken wrong map, because she's at the very surely riding in a part of the map there where there are no women. So we see Gabriela Gustafsson taking a wrong map. Looks like Marika Hara is at control number, is leading the way to control number 6, and Karina Nurminen making the different route choice to control number 6 is taking the lead. But of course, some of the girls still haven't made it to this part of the route, or their GPS devices are not covering very well this part of the route. Karina Nurminen taking the right route choice to control number 8, which, as we said, is very hard at the end. Cecilia Kristoffersen taking the left route choice to control number 8, and they were very close together. Karina Nurminen making the right micro route choice to control number 8 at the end, and this is the main part of the women's route, which is covered with from a lot of athletes. We will see a little bit later how this goes, and in some time we will make a quick check on the GPS tracks of the men from the start. So in the women's class, it looks like Karina Nurminen is very fast at the start, and we have Cecilia Kristoffersen from Denmark running the men's
Matthias Ludwig from Czech Republic is at the third last control in the men's race. And the time of Matthias Ludwig for the moment is 1 hour 42 minutes. So he is already late to fight for the first place. Tomasz Kamaret is the leader in the men's class with 1 hour 40 minutes and 47 seconds. And now on the start line is the last competitor in today's long distance. And this is Ignas Ambrazas from Lithuania. He will start at 14:24.
He was second in the under 23 category yesterday, after Bartosz Niewielski, whose GPS was not covered at the start of today's race, so we don't know how Bartosz Niewielski is going.
Also, Ignas Ambrazas has 9th place in the long distance this year at the World Champs. So he's a really good competitor and with a lot of potential for a place in the top 6. Why not a medal? We will see. He's definitely one of the big favorites for a medal in the under 23 category.
We have some preliminary results. Tomasz Kamarit from the Czech Republic is leading in the men's category. Albin Demaret Julie with 2 minutes after him. Florin Schneider 5 minutes behind the leading time of Tomasz Kamarit. And Paul Debray is fourth in the women's category. 1 hour 47 minutes and 16 seconds for Iris Aurora Pecorari. Second is Bianca Tamash, 5 minutes adrift. And 2 minutes more is Jana Hnilika from Austria. Now we can try and make one GPS comparison in the men's category from the start, must start, and there we go. They're almost even to control number 3. As we can see, some lose their GPS coverage for some time. Here it starts to get interesting to control number 4. A lot of riders choosing the right route choice or the right at the start and then go to the left. Looks like Davide Machado is leading the way on the left route choice. Christoph Bogar is very fast to control number 5, but his GPS then stopped receiving. Alvin Demaret Julie leading the way on the route to control number 6. As you can see, Christoph Bogar's GPS maybe is not, or maybe he hasn't reached this part of the route still. Yes, he's from the last starter, so we will see later on how he's going. But from the first starters, you see Simonas Munauskas from Lithuania and Albin Demaret Julie being very fast to control number 8. Then to control number 9, this route choice part, Munauskas is going on the right side. Albin Demaret Julie and the leader until now, Tomasz Kamarit chose the left route choice, which we saw is a little bit faster. Sebastian Svart also choosing the right one. Hannes Hnilika choosing the left one. So we will see who is the leader at control number 9. It should be quite even between the first riders. Jeremy Poiré, Albin Demaret Julie, and Tomasz Kamarit choosing to go through control number 6 to control number 3 from 9 to 10. And then at control number 10, Tomasz Kamarit is leading the way with Albin Demaret Julie second and Martin Kanta third. So we will see soon how Martin Kanta is going. So maybe he will be the next finisher with a good time, and we will do a check of the men's race a little bit later on again. Now we see Martin Kanta restoring GPS coverage, and he's a little bit late than the other leaders at the finish right now to control number 13, but we will see what will be next for him. In the women's class, we have Ingrid Stengard closing on control number 8. Ingrid Stengard.
And some information for Karin Gustafsson. The problem with her, she is with the wrong GPS system and not the wrong map. So there's no problem with her race. Only the GPS device which is wrong.
Camilla Sjogart is right now showed up at the starting part of the hill to control number 8, and she has already caught up a lot of time on Ingrid Stengard, who started 3 minutes before her. So we have Camilla Sjogart closing on control number 8. We will wait to see in some time the GPS of Ruska Sarela. I hope it shows up in the region of control number 8. We see now Camilla Sjogart doing maybe the left micro route choice to control number 8, and Ingrid Stengard choosing maybe the right. So we will have direct comparison with two competitors at the same time in the 2 micro route choices, to see if the direct route choice maybe is faster, or the right route choice which goes not directly to the hill. We're still waiting to see where is the GPS of Ruska Sarela, the other winner from yesterday's start. Yes, Ingrid Stengard is using the right micro route choice, but I think Camilla Sjogart switched to the right too. She didn't want to go to this direct climbing, which some other athletes preferred, and she's maybe only 20 seconds after Ingrid Stengard with direct vision, direct visible contact to Ingrid Stengard. So it is maybe only a matter of time to see Camilla Sjogart overtake Ingrid Stengard, and then we are waiting for the other favorites.
For
maybe
the
the Ruska Sarela.
For the moment, very good performance by Camilla Sjogart. She is a big favorite for the win today. And I think this visual contact with Ingrid Stengard will help her to be faster.
Marika Hara, the third girl from yesterday, is already somewhere in the region of control number 10, 11, and 9. So we will see her back the route to control number 12 very soon. As we said, control number 11 to control number 12 is quite a straight route choice. Nobody in the women's class taking the left route choice from the starters right now. So Marika Hara soon should turn back to control number 12, and she will be riding opposite direction of Ingrid Stengard and Camilla Sjogart, who will be riding to control number 9. So maybe they'll meet in the forest. Marika Hara started her race 15 minutes before Camilla Sjogart. As you said, Camilla Sjogart and Ingrid Stengard doing the right micro route choice at the end of control number 8, not going directly to the hill through the dotted line. They prefer the bigger path. as most women did. I think only the first starter, Rosalie Kucharova, decided to ride directly to the hill, to the dotted path. And in the women's class, also doing very good was Karina Nurminen, who is 6 minutes before Ingrid Stengart, and she's already very close to control number 11. And Ingrid Stengart and Camila Sjogart are just took control number 8. So maybe Karina Nurminen is leading Ingrid Stengart. Maybe only Camila Sjogart is faster than her right now.
We are waiting for another competitors at the second last control in the men's class, Filip Janowski and Hannes Knirike, and in the women's class, this is Evelina Valima. In some seconds, they will be at the second last control.
Hannes Knirike will be the fastest of the guys coming now, and he's from Austria. He was joined third in the under 23 competition yesterday with his compatriot Georg Kofler. Hannes Knirike he started at 12:51, and his time will be a little bit more than 1 hour and 40 minutes. So he will not be leading. He will not be beating Tomasz Kamary today, but nonetheless it will be very good time. And it will be the leading time in the under 23 category for now, surely. Every second now, Hannes Knirike should come to our second to last control. Maybe together with Filip Janowski. But Filip Janowski have started almost half an hour before him, more than half an hour. After Hannes Knirike, we will have Damian Hila, who started before him, also Agoston Feket from Hungary, but it will be a very good time of Hannes Knirike. 6 minutes after Hannes Knirike started, Stanimir Belomajev from Bulgaria. Here are Hannes Knirike and Filip Janowski together at second to last control. They choose their left route choice to control to last control because they didn't want to make a turn as to the right after taking control number 20. Here are the two of them, Filip Janowski and Hannes Knirike. Hannes Knirike has caught up a lot of time to Filip Janowski, 33 minutes. And a very good race for him. It will be enough for the third time at the moment, at the finish line, beating the time of Florin Schneider with some seconds. Finish for Hannes Knirike. And the third place for him at the moment.
Evelina Valima on the second last control.
I lied to you because I said Hannes Knirike will be leading the way in the under 23 category, but Alin Demerit-Julie is in this category again too, and he's 2 minutes faster. So Albin Demerit-Julie leading the under 23 category with Hannes Knirike becoming second right now with a time of 1 hour 44 minutes and 24 seconds.
And this is Evelina Valima on the finish in the women's race. We are also expecting on the second last control Lily Pauli from France.
Evelina Valima with 1 hour 50 minutes. It will be second best time in the women's class. We wait for her official time. And in the men's class, Lukas Wilms at the finish from Germany. Evelina Valimar was riding very close with Marisa Costa, who started after her, but looks like Marisa Costa has lost some time, and she has not passed the first of the cameras we have here at the finish. But Lilu Pauli, who started 6 minutes after Evelina Valimar, has caught Marisa Costa, and they will come together very soon at control number 19. So we will be waiting for number 118, Lilu Pauli.
Yeah, I think that she has chances to beat the time of the current leader. For the moment, the time of Lilu Pauli from France is 1 hour and 45 minutes and 48 seconds. So she has 1 minute approximately to arrive on the finish if she wants to beat the time of Iris Aurora Pecorari, the current leader in the women's class. We can see now Lilu Pauli.
Here are Lilu Pauli and Marisa Costa at second to last control. Marisa Costa from Portugal started 12:49. We have at the finish line Agoston Fekete and Damian Hilla, but we're waiting for Lilu Pauli in the women's class, who started at 12:52, and her time will be 1 hour 46 minutes approximately, which will be very close to the first place. She has only 16 seconds to finish if she wants to beat the time of Iris Aurora Pecorari for Italy. This is for the lead in the women's class, and it will be really very close, maybe only 1 or 2 seconds. 1 hour 47 minutes and 16 seconds is the time of Iris Aurora Pecorari, and Lilu Pauli will be just outside that with an unofficial time of 1 hour 47 minutes and 20 seconds, only 4 seconds behind Iris Aurora Pecorari. We will wait for the official time of Evelina, of Lilu Pauli from France. And yes, it is only 1 second behind, so we have 1 second between the first two places in the women's class, Iris Aurora Pecorari from Italy and Lilu Pauli from France, with only 1 second between them.
Stanimir Belmajev on the third last control in the men's race. Very soon he will be here at the village on the second last control. Some seconds behind him is Sebastian Swart.
The time of Sebastian Swart for now is 1 hour and 40 minutes. We see that the leading time is exactly this, so Sebastian Swart will not be possible to fight for the first place right now with Tomasz Kamarit. But maybe he will be very close. Stanimir Belmajev started 3 minutes before Tomasz Kamarit, so he will not be in the fight for the first 3 places right now. In the women's class, Sara Ylihietanen from Finland is the next of the favorites to have to finish. She started 6 minutes before after Lilu Pauli, but we can still not see her close to the finish. Maybe her GPS device doesn't have a coverage, so we don't know where right now she is.
And we have the official winners in men under 23 category and women under 23 category. In the men's category, the winner is Albin Demaret-Joly from France with 1 hour 42 minutes and 53 seconds. Second place for Hannes Gnidika from Austria, who is 1 minute and 31 seconds behind him. And third place for Florian Schneider from Switzerland, who is 3 minutes and 2 seconds behind the winner in this category. In women 23, the winner is Iris Aurora Pecorari from Italy. The winner is Iris Aurora Pecorari from Italy, and then the new world champion in the long distance, and second place for
Of course, these are the preliminary leaders in this class. We have a lot of starters in the under-23 category remaining. Kingdoms and Brothers, the last starter in the men's class, is in the under-23 category. So we'll have a lot of time, but nonetheless, things look good for the leaders right now. These are Iris Aurora Pecorari from Italy and Albin Demaret-Julie from France. Hannes Knilika, yesterday's third place, today is still second, but we have a lot of finishers. Mainly the other guys who was second, who was third yesterday, Georg Koffler, and the second, the silver medalist from yesterday, who is the last starter today, Ignas Ambrazas. We don't know how is going Bartosz Niebelski, because his GPS doesn't have coverage, so we'll wait for the yesterday's gold medalist to finish and see what time he is. Luc Garcin from France passed the pre-warning, and she'll be at the finish very soon. Luc Garcin with a time of
Teodora Tabakova from Bulgaria
1 hour
finished
46.
And also Stanimir Belomăje from the second last control. I think a wrong route choice for Stanimir to the second last control. Now we are expecting him at the last control. And here is Stanimir Belomăje from the last control.
Stanimir Belomăje at the finish line, started number 20. He's finishing right now with a time of 1 hour 47 minutes and some seconds. This will be enough for the maybe sixth place or seventh place at the moment. We wait for Sebastian Svart, who started 3 minutes after him. He should be here very soon too.
Kristina Kuzarova also on the finish in the women's race. Now we are waiting for Sebastian Swart on the last control.
Here is Sebastian Svart, who started 3 minutes after Stanimir Belomăje. At some times of the part of the course he catched him up, but he lost him at the end. And now Sebastian Svart is finishing with a time of 1 hour 45 minutes and some 40 seconds, which will be fourth place at the moment. Still Tamas Kamoret leading the way in the men's class, followed by Albin Demaret-Julie, who is a leader in the under-23 category, and third is Hannes Knilika, who is also in the under-23. As we said, Sebastian Svart making his way to the fourth place in the World Cup today. We have in the women's class Lena Hofer finishing right now. Not a good, very good race from her today. Florian Pinsart, who started at 13:12, is closing up on the finish with a very good time. Florian Pinsart is almost already at control number 19, and he has maybe 4 minutes to the finish, which will mean that he should take the lead. Florian Pinsart from France started 13:12. He has 6 minutes to finish if he wants to lead the way in the men's category, and I personally think he can do it. Florian Pinsart will maybe take the lead. We still don't have information where Bartosz Niebielski, yesterday's world champion in the under 23 category, is, because his GPS doesn't have coverage, but Florian Pinsart is riding very well close to the finish. He has only a little bit of climbing to do to control number 20, and then he will be very close to the finish. Looks like the route choice, the left route choice to control number 20 isn't that bad enough, because you use bigger paths to climb to the to control number 20. Then you make the right route choice to control number 21 to not switch directions. So I think it's a very good route choice to go to left to control number 20.
And we can see in the men's race some of the favorites. And Wojciech Ludwig, who won yesterday's sprint, starts his race really strong and already caught the starter before him, Marcus Jansson. And Marcus Jansson, he is the world champion from the long distance. They have different route choices to the 9th control. Marcus Jansson is going to the left, the same route choice from Christoph Boger, the leader in the world ranking. And Wojciech Ludwig is going to the right, to the 9th control.
Yeah, we see Christoph Boger and Marcus Jansson choosing the left route. Wojciech Ludwig, who seems to be leading today's race to control number 8, is choosing the right one. So we'll see what will be the time difference between Christoph Boger, who started 6 minutes earlier, than Wojciech Ludwig, and Wojciech Ludwig at the control number 9. Now we're waiting at the second to last control for Florian Pinsart, who have 3 more minutes to finish if he wants to beat the time. Maybe here he is. Yeah, he's at control number 20. Here you see him riding to the finish to the final part of the route. He's having the right route choice and to control number 20, and the left route choice to control number 21. He's making turn to the last control, and looks like he will finish with a time of 1 hour 38 minutes and some seconds. Florian Pinsart, very good time. He will lead with almost 3 minutes, more than 2 minutes and a half. The competition today, and looks like very good for Florian Pinsart from France. He will take the lead from Tomasz Kamarit from Czech Republic.
Here is Florian Pinsart on the finish with the new best time in the men's class. Strong performance by him, and we are waiting for his official result.
He passed Bartosz Niebielski from Poland, the yesterday's winners in the winner in the under 23 class, Bartosz Niebielski, and the official time is 1 hour 38 minutes and 5 seconds. 2 minutes and 42 seconds is the leading margin of Florian Pinsart to Tomasz Kamarit from Czech Republic, and Amit Demaridjli is the second Frenchman in the top 3 with a time of 1 hour 42 minutes and 53 seconds. Now we're waiting for a French woman at the finish, and this is Lucy Redkevich from France, who started 13:04 for 1 hour 47 minutes is her time, and she will be very soon at the finish.
Also, Elena US Ortiz from Spain on the finish.
Lucy Rudkevich is already at the finish line. Camera 2. We see her at last control. Lucy Rudkevich with a time of 1 hour 47 minutes and 43 seconds, which will be third place. She closely missed the first 2, which are only in 1 second. and it will be second and third place for France in the women's category for now, with 1 hour 47 minutes and 57 seconds. Only 50 seconds, 40 seconds dividing the first three. Italy, France in the women's class, and 2 Frenchmen in the top 3 in the men's category too, with Florian Pinsart leading the way, and Albin Demarejuli third. Tomasz Kamarit is second.
And we can see Christoph Boger, one of the big favorites in today's race in the men's class, is going to the 10th control. Also, Wojciech Ludwig is very close to the 9th control. Wojciech Ludwig, he started 6 minutes behind Christoph Boger. Very strong performance by Wojciech Ludwig, who won yesterday's sprint.
We have Bartosz Niewielski and George Koffler coming to control number 19. Georg Koffler started 6 minutes after Bartosz Niewielski. Yesterday's first and third place in the under 23 category, but yesterday's winner Bartosz Niewielski hasn't had a good day today. Georg Koffler catching up with him at the end of the competition, so we'll wait for the next best finisher, who will be Georg Koffler from Austria, but he will not have the possibility to fight for the first places. As we know, the leading time is 1 hour 38 minutes, and now he's at 1 hour 43. So Georg Koffler will not have the possibility to fight for the medal, maybe 1 hour 43 or something.
We're expecting the next competitors at the second last control, and also here on the finish. This is Martin Ehrlich. His time is 1 hour 51 minutes and 37 seconds. Here is Martin Ehrlich on the finish. And I think this will be approximately 10th place for him in the men's race.
We have Karin Gustafsson from Sweden closing up on the finish with number 124. Karin Gustafsson is having a very good race, and she's at the finish line. Karin Gustafsson with a time of her time is 1 hour 45 minutes and 31 seconds, and this is the new leading time in the women's class, with 2 minutes margin to the previous winner, the previous leader, Iris Aurora Pecorari. So a new leading time.
We are expecting also on the finish Maria Kamaritova on the last control and on the finish. And final for Maria Kamaritova from Czech Republic. We are waiting for her official result. And fifth place for Maria Kamaritova from Czech Republic. She's 4 minutes and 20 seconds behind the leader Karin Gustafsson from Sweden. Bartosz Nibelski and George Kofler on the second last control.
We have Cecilie Christoffersen from Denmark with a very good time, approaching control number 18. Cecilie Christoffersen, who started at 13:31. She's only 1 hour 27 minutes on the track, so it looks like she will lead the way with a big margin. Cecilie Christoffersen from Denmark is approaching control number 18. She has caught up a lot of competitors before her. I don't see Marika Hara before her at the GPS trackings. Finish for Georg Kofler.
Also the Finnish Bartosz Nibelski from Poland.
We have a lot of wind at the finish. Some things are already flying. But the riders continue their brave march to the finish. Cecilie Christoffersen from Denmark is riding very well in the women's class with a time of 1 hour 29 minutes until now. Cecilie Christoffersen is already at control number 18, and she has only 5 minutes to the finish line, so she will be leading the competition with a pretty big margin. I reckon her finish will come in 1 hour and 35 minutes. This will give her a lead of 10 minutes to Karin Gustafsson. So it looks like a very good race for Cecilie Christoffersen from Denmark. Then we wait for Karina Nurminen and Ingrid Stengart and Camilla Sjögard. And of course, the other of the winners from yesterday, Ruska Saarela. But Karina Nurminen started 3 minutes after Cecilie Christoffersen and looks like she's a little bit slower today. So, of course, Cecilie Christoffersen will lead at the finish line. We are waiting to see where Ingrid Stengart, Camilla Sjögard and Ruska Saarela are. Maybe they're the next favorites to finish. Sara Ili-Hietanen is the next runner who will be finishing after Cecilie Christoffersen. Cecile Christoffersen is very close now to control number 19. She's making the left route choice, and she will be very close to the finish every second now. Her time is 1:31 till now. And I think it will be possible for her to finish inside 1 hour 33 minutes, 33 minutes, which will be a very big margin for her. Here she is, Cecile Christoffersen, passing control number 19. And we will have her at the finish very soon. One hour, 32 minutes and 27 seconds for now, Cecile Christoffersen. Here she is on the finish line. It will be a very big lead for her. 12 minutes. I cannot believe this. With a very close race in the women's until now, Cecile Christoffersen is finishing with a time of 1 hour, 32 minutes and 46 seconds, which is a very big margin of 12 minutes to the second one. Karen Gustafsson remains second, and the new third place is for Iris Aurora Pecorari. We'll wait for the confirmation of the official results of Cecile Christoffersen from Denmark, but this should be a new leading time of 1 hour, 32 minutes and 50 seconds for the Danish girl.
We can see the 8-inch control in the women's race. 4 girls, Karina Nurminen, Marika Hara, Nikolina Splitorf and Apke Danovski. And it will be a really good race by Nikolina Splitorf. She started at 13:37. Nikolina Splitorf. For the moment, the time of Nikolina Splitorf is 87 minutes, 88 minutes.
Now we have the confirmation for the new leading time of Cecile Christoffersen, which is 92 minutes and 44 seconds, and this is whole 12 minutes and 44 seconds faster than Karen Gustafsson, so it is a very big leading margin for the Denmark girl. Cecile Christoffersen, we're waiting for Karina Nurminen and Marika Hara, and of course Camilla Sjogart and Ingrid Stengart. I think Camilla Sjogart is the only one who can beat the time of
I think that Nikolina Splitorf can beat the time of the current leader very soon. Her time for the moment is 88 minutes.
But she's already, she didn't pass control number 18, so I think she has more than 5 minutes to finish, to the finish line, and she has only 6 minutes, like she starts only 6 minutes until Cecile Christoffersen. So I think she will miss the time of Cecile Christoffersen by maybe 1 or 2 minutes. And I think Camilla Sjogart, who started 6 minutes later, is the only one who has a chance of competing with Cecile Christoffersen today. But let's see how the end of the starting list will come up. Gabriela Gustafsson, Gabriele Andrasin Uniene, and Anna Tiderman from Sweden is the last starter.
We are expecting Karina Nurminen and Marika Hara on the second last control in the women's race. For the moment, we can see the GPS track of Nikolina Splitov. She is one of the favorites for a medal in today's race. Also, Ingrid Stengart is going from 17 to 18 control. Ingrid Stengart, she started at 13:40, 3 minutes after Nikolina Splitov. Now we can see Nikolina Splitov. She is at the village and she is going to the second last control. And for the moment, the time of Nikolina Splitov is 91 minutes and 30 seconds. She has 1 minute to arrive on the finish if she wants to beat the time of Cecilia Christoffersen. It will be really difficult and maybe impossible to beat the time of the leader. We can see Karina Nurminen to the second last control and already on the finish.
She started at 30:34 and her time will be 1 hour 35 minutes and 1 hour and 35 minutes. So this will be second place for Karina Nurminen after Cecilia Christoffersen with a 3 minutes deficit.
Nikolina Splitov got the second last control. Now we are waiting her on the finish. She's already late to beat the time of Cecilia Christoffersen, but she will be with the second best time in the women's class.
We're waiting for Nikolina Splitov at the finish line. She will closely miss the time of Cecilia Christoffersen. Her number is 1 hour 133. Here she is at the finish line with a time of 1 hour 33 minutes and 27 seconds, and she will miss the leading time of Cecilia Christoffersen with only 1 minute. In the meantime, Karina Sjogart is closing on control number 18. Here is the finish of the Danish girl Nikolina Splitov, and it will be second place for her after Cecilia Christoffersen of Denmark. And guess who will be the other one in the top 3? I think it will be Kamila Sjogart, who has maybe 5 minutes until the finish line, and she has started 6 minutes after Nikolina Splitov. So I reckon her time will be somewhere between her two compatriots. Maybe new second place will be for Kamila Sjogart, yesterday's winner. We don't have visibility of the GPS of Ruska Sarela. Her GPS died on the way to control number 1, so we have absolutely no idea where Ruska Sarela is.
And so the time of Nikolina Splitov is 93 minutes and 34 seconds. She is 50 seconds behind the leader Cecilia Christoffersen from Denmark. Two Danish girls on the first 2 places.
We have Kamila Sjogart almost at the halfway to control number 19. She's remaining only. She has only one small climb remaining, 30 meters denivellation to control number 19, and her time for now is 1 hour 29 minutes, and I think it will be possible for her to fight for the first place, maybe even past her compatriot Cecile Christoffersen, but we are surely going to have Denmark 1-2-3 in the women's class. Camilla Sjogard with Ingrid Stengard choosing the direct climb to the to control number 19. One hour and 30 minutes. You can see her time on the display. You can also see the clouds. It is raining here and the wind is very, very serious. And we are waiting for Camilla Sjogard. This is not her. This is one of the men's category here. The wind is very, very strong, but Camilla Sjogard is riding to the finish very strongly. We wait her for at the second to last control. Here she is, Camilla Sjogard, and she will be our new leader. As I said to you, we will have 3 girls from Denmark in the top 3 places. Camilla Sjogard will be the first of them. Yesterday's winners, one of the 2 yesterday's winner with Mirka Sarela, Ruska Sarela, and today Camilla Sjogard will be first again. Cecile Christoffersen from Denmark is leading right now, but
and here is Camilla Sjogard on the finish. We're expecting her very soon at the last control.
Here she is at the last control, Camilla Sjogard. And this surely will be enough because she has 1 minute to finish. Here she is. And this is the new leading time with 1 minute margin to her competitor, Cecile Christoffersen. 3rd place for the other girl from Denmark, Nicolene Splitor. So we have 1, 2, 3 for Denmark in the women's category with Camilla Sjogard first. Like yesterday, we will see now what is her official time. We see Ingrid Stengard from Finland finishing, starting 3 minutes before Camilla Sjogard. And the difference, which she finished after, sees her fight for the 5th place with Karina Nurminen. In the meantime, in the men's category, Jeremy Pore and Martin Kanta finished, and Jeremy Pore is our new leader, and Martin Kanta is new 2nd place with a margin of 1 minute and 1 second is the leading margin of Jeremy Pore, and Florian Pinsart remains 3rd. So we have 1 and 3 for France. 2nd place for Martin Kanta. First men are in 1 minute 47 seconds. The official time of Camilla Sjogard is 91 minutes and 48 seconds, so 56 seconds is the winning margin. And the 3rd place of Nicolene Splitor from Denmark is 1 minute and 46 seconds. So now we will concentrate on the men's class. Throwing an eye for some fast finishers at the end of the women's starting list. But I don't see anybody challenging the 3 Danish girls. Gabriela Gustafsson from Sweden is moving to control number 17, and she has started 6 minutes after Camilla Sjogard, so I don't think she can fight for the medals, maybe for the 4th place of Ingrid Stengard, but we will see when she gets closer to the finish. Ruska Sarella started before her, but we don't see her GPS track, so we don't know where actually she is.
Let's see some of the favorites for the win in the men's class. Wojciech Ludwig, the champion from yesterday. Now he's going to the 14th control, which is a refreshment control point. Also Christoph Boger. I think he is already going to the 16th control. And he's going to the right route choice, to the 16th control. Wojciech Ludwig, he started 6 minutes behind Christoph Boger. Markus Janssen is the competitor between them, and he's already behind Wojciech Ludwig. Now you can see Wojciech Ludwig at the 11th control. He's going to the 12th control. And Christoph Boger is actually at the 13th control. Now he's going to the 14th control. And it will be really interesting battle between these two guys. Wojciech Ludwig, he got the 14th control. Now he's going to the 15th control. And he's in front of Christoph Boger, as I can see. Maybe Christoph Boger made a mistake during the course, because now he is going to the 14th control, so he's already 7-8 minutes behind the time of Wojciech Ludwig. Now Wojciech Ludwig got the 15th control and the last decisive leg in the men's course. He's going to the right, and this is the fastest route choice.
We just saw the finish of Silas Hotz from Switzerland with a time of 1 hour 39 minutes and some seconds. Yeah, a new 4th place for Silas Hotz. Florian Pinsart from France remains 3rd. Silas Hotz misses the 3rd place by 1 minute and 10 seconds. So we still have France 1st and 3rd. The two French guys, Jeremy Poiret and Florian Pinsart, divided by Martin Kanta from Czech Republic. In the under 23 category, no reader from Switzerland is leading. But I think Silas Hots is the new leader in the under 23. He's just not visible in the men 23 classification right now, but
we can see Wojciech Stransky going to the 16th control.
oh, Silas Hots is disqualified. Maybe he has a missing point in one of the classifications. No, it's no, everything looks okay with his time, and he's the new leader in men 23, men under 23 with 38 seconds, leading to his compatriot Noah Reader, and Alvin Desmarais-Joly from France. He's continuing to be third in this classification. So Silas Hots is the new leader and the possible new world champion in the long distance. We have only 3 starters in the under 23. First of them is Mikko Nurmi from Finland. Then we have Jan Hasek and Ignasan Brazas, the last starter, there in the under 23 too. The next finisher in the men's class who will be waiting for is Luca Dallavere from Italy. He started 3 minutes before Silas Hots, and he will soon be at control number 20. Here he is at second to last control. He looks very tired, and this is maybe because of the he's going through the last part of the course. He seemed to not care much for the control. I don't think he has passed the whole competition. No, he's coming back, so maybe he saw he missed the control. I don't know what he's doing, but Luca Dallavere is nearing up the finish.
Davide Machado from Portugal is going to the 18th control. I think it's a good performance by him. He started at exactly 2 o'clock.
We see on the finish line Jussi Laurila from Finland, whose GPS we didn't see, but he has a very good time at the finish. Let's see his official time, but Jussi Laurila started at 13:48, so his time is around 98 minutes. Yes, his time is very good, and this is the new fifth best time in the men's category for Jussi Laurila. He started, he finishes with just under 2 minutes to the leader Jeremy Poiré. Fabiano Bettega from Italy has finished in second place. So now we have a top 3 from Jeremy Poiré from France, Fabiano Bettega from Italy, and Martin Kanta from Czech Republic. Fourth place for Florian Pinsart and fifth place for Jussi Laurila from Finland.
I think Davide Machado from Portugal, he will be the new leader in the men's class. He's going to the 19 control with a really good performance for the moment. approximately 87 minutes is his time for the moment, and I think maybe around 92 minutes for him will be a really good performance, approximately 5 minutes faster than the current leader in the men's race.
Luca de la Vela just finished, and now we are waiting for Davide Machado from Portugal. He's closing up on control number 19, then he has a little bit flat surface, then a little climb to control number 20. Looking at his time right now of 88 minutes, he has 8 minutes to finish if he wants to take the first place from Jeremy Poirier, and we're pretty sure that he will do this. Wojciech Stransky is the next starter. Is the next to finish, but he has started to before Davide Machado, so he will not be in the fight.
And we can see Wojciech Ludwig. He's going to the 16th control, and some seconds or minutes is Marcus Jansson, who started 3 minutes before him. I think that Marcus Jansson and Christoph Bogar are out of the battle for the medals, but we will see. They started before Wojciech Ludwig, who is in front of them, and he's going to the 17 control. But we also have to follow the race of Andreas Waldman, who is now at the 15th control, and we are waiting for him to choose a route choice for the last decisive leg, and he is going to the right, of course. Andreas Waldman, he's the second last starter from Austria, and he is 9 minutes behind Wojciech Ludwig in the start list.
We also have Ignas Ambrazas, who is the last starter, who is at control number 11, so his time is almost the same as Andreas Waldman. And Jonas Maiselis is there too, but he's caught up by Andreas Waldman, who started 6 minutes after him. So the last two starters have good times too. These are Andreas Waldman and Ignas Ambrazas. 1 hour and 7 minutes is the time of Ignas Ambrazas, so we will need some more time to see how is his time compared to the other starters.
We are waiting for Davide Machado from Portugal. Now he is going to the second last control. Maybe 30-40 seconds for him to arrive on the second last control, and he will be definitely the new leader in the men's race. For the moment, his race is 92 minutes. The leader, Jeremy Poirot, is with 96 minutes and 18 seconds. Very soon we will see Davide Machado on the second last control. Good performance by him today, and if not gold, I think he will get at least a medal in today's race. Davide Machado is going to the left root choice to the last control. Now we are waiting for him at the finish. And here is Davide Machado. He will be the new leader in the men's race. Fantastic performance by the Portugal guy. New leading time in the men's race, Davide Machado. And his unofficial time is 93 minutes and 10 seconds. Approximately 3 minutes faster than Jérémy Poirot from France. Now we are waiting for the official result of Davide Machado. As we are waiting for the time of Davide Machado, we can see also that Wojciech Ludwig, one of the big favorites for today's race, is going to the 17th control. Very good performance by the yesterday's winner. Andreas Waldman is going to the 16th control, the last wonk leg, with the right route choice. And we have the official time of Davide Machado, 93 minutes and 13 seconds. He is 3 minutes and 5 seconds faster than Jérémy Poirot. Davide Machado from Portugal, he is the new leader in the men's race.
We have Gabriele Andra Siuniene from Lithuania at the finish in the women's race with a time of 1 hour 43 minutes approximately. This will be enough for the 7th place for the 8th place in the women's category. Marika Hara from Finland took the 7th place when she finished, and we're waiting for the last starter in the women's class, who is Anna Tiderman from Sweden.
Wojciech Ludwig is going to the 18th control, and his time for the moment is 84 minutes and 15 seconds.
Wojciech Stransky just finished. His time will be 1 hour 39 minutes. And now Johan Courtois is coming. 1 hour 39 minutes will be the time of Wojciech Stransky. We'll wait for the official confirmation.
Anna Tiderman is going to the 17th control in the women's race. She is the last starter. She was 6th in the sprint.
In the under 23 category in the men's, Silas Hotz from Switzerland is still leading the way with 38 seconds to no reader. Good lead for the Swiss guy to his compatriot. Then we have 3 minutes more to the third guy, Albin Demaret-Julie from France. The race still isn't finished here. Jan Hasek from Czech Republic and Ignas Ambrazas from Lithuania still have a chance to fight for the World Championship medals in the under 23 category.
Wojciech Ludwig is going to the 19th control. This is the third last control in the men's race. And he has maybe 6 minutes to arrive on the finish if he wants to beat the time of the current leader, Davide Machado from Portugal.
Yes, his time right now is 1 hour 27 minutes, so something more like 4 minutes he has in his hands to win today. Yeah, no, Davide Machado is with 93 minutes. So yes, 6 minutes time remaining for Wojciech Ludwig if we want to become a double winner. Marcus Jansson and Christoph Bogar from Czech Republic are already behind Wojciech Ludwig, so very strong race for him. Wojciech Ludwig also caught up Mika Nurmi, so the 3 starters before him, he has already passed them and he's going to control number 19. Maybe his fight is only with Davide Machado from Portugal. And we still don't have information about how is going Andreas Waldmann and Ignas Ambrazas. We see Andreas Waldmann's GPS catching up, and let's say he's not very far behind. He may be even fighting for the lead. He has started 9 minutes after Wojciech Ludwig, and he's somewhere in the region of control number 16. So good race for Andreas Waldmann, and we saw earlier on that Ignas Ambrazas was close to him.
I think that the last starter, Ignas Ambrazas, is going with winning time for the moment. Oh no, Ignas Ambrazas, he is late to fight for the win today, but Andreas Waldmann has good chances. He is close to the time of Christoph of the Wojciech Ludwig.
We can see Andreas Waldmann taking control number 16 in the men's GPS tracking, and I think it is very close between him and Wojciech Ludwig. So Andreas Waldmann will be fighting for the first, second and third places together with Wojciech Ludwig and the current leader Daniele Machado. I think this is going to be the top 3. Looks like to me that that Andreas Waldman seems to be leading Wojciech Ludwig with a little bit more than half a minute, let's say. So if it goes well for him to the finish, he will be able to fight for the first place with Wojciech Ludwig.
Wojciech Ludwig, he has 2 minutes to arrive on the finish if he wants to be the new leader in the men's race.
It will be very close.
Now he's going to the second last control with some extra climb.
Only 1 minute and 50 seconds for him. He has to show up in the next 40 seconds because he will have something around 50 to 60 seconds when he shows up. Here he is, Wojciech Ludwig at second to last control. He has 70 seconds to finish if he wants to beat the time of Davide Machado. He looks very tired, but I think he has enough time. 60 seconds remaining. It will be very close between before him, Andreas Waldman from Austria, who seems to be leading the competition at control number 16. We will see how his time is compared to Wojciech Ludwig, the current leader from Czech Republic and yesterday's winner, how Andreas Waldman's time will be compared to him at control number 18.
We continue to wait for the GPS of Andreas Waldman. The biggest question in today's race, in the men's race, for the moment, Wojciech Ludwig is the leader, but we know that Andreas Waldman is really close to him.
Yeah, his GPS just showed up already after control 19 and almost to control 20. I think it will be very close. The time of Andreas Waldman right now is 90 minutes, and the finish time of Wojciech Ludwig is 92 minutes 51 seconds. I think Andreas Waldman will be just inside the time of Wojciech Ludwig. Maybe it will be a matter of seconds. Andreas Waldman is closing up on the second to last control. We have also Ignas Ambrazas going quite well in the under-23 classification. He will be fighting for the medals. The leader in the under-23 is Silas Hots with 99 minutes. I reckon Ignas Ambrazas will be it will be possible for him to fight for the first place, and he will be the world champion in the long distance in the under-23 classification. Yesterday he should have been first, but he made a mistake 2 legs before the finish line. Andreas Waldman is already very close to the second to last control, and he has 1 minute and 20 seconds to finish. Andreas Waldman is already at control number 20 and approaching the finish.
We are waiting for Andreas Waldman. It will be very tight between him and Wojciech Ludwig.
He looks to be missing on the time of Wojciech Ludwig with some very small margin. Here is Anders Waldman at last control, but he will be in second place. It will be very, very
Strong
close.
finish by Andreas Waldmann from Austria. Good performance by him, and maybe only 5 seconds.
He seems to be just between the times of the first and second place, Wojciech Ludwig and Davide Machado. In the last part of the race, maybe he has lost some time to Wojciech Ludwig. We'll see with the split times a little bit later, but nonetheless, I think his time is just between this of Wojciech Ludwig and Davide Machado. Yes, 7 seconds outside the leading time. Andreas Waldmann of Austria will be second today in the official results of the first 3 men in the World Cup are first place for Wojciech Ludwig with 92 minutes and 51 seconds. 7 seconds behind him, Andreas Waldmann from Austria with a time of 92 minutes and 58 seconds. And only 15 seconds after him, the top 3 is being finished by Davide Machado of Portugal. So we have already the top 3 in the men. And the only one things to be decided is the first place in the men's under 23 category. We're waiting for Ignas Ambrazas, who is closing up on control number 19 with a time of 91 minutes, and he has maybe 6 or 7 minutes to the finish line and 8 minutes in hand to be the new winner. Jan Hasek from Czech Republic just finished on 7th place in the men's category, but we are and he's a new leader in the under 23 category. We missed him because of the GPS coverage, but Jan Hasek is beating Silas Hoc, the leader until now from the Czech Republic, the under 23 category. Jan Hasek started 6 minutes before Ignas Ambrazas, the last starter. Ignas will be very close, and maybe he will be the new winner in the men's long distance, in the first ever long distance in the under 23 World Championships in mountain bike orienteering. Ignas Ambrazas already to control number 19. He has a little bit flat going down a valley, and then he will appear at control number 20, second to last control. Ignas Ambrazas already passed control number 19, and we're waiting for him. 93 minutes is his time right now. He has 4 minutes to finish if he wants to fight for the gold medal. Jan Hasek is with a time of 97 and 21 in the under 23 category. He has 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play with, and he's already approaching the last climb to control number 20. I can be almost sure that with no problem he will win today's under 23 World Championship gold medal.
And also he has good chances for a place in the top 6 in the World Cup. Ignas Ambrazas. For the moment, on the 6th place is Martin Kanta from Czech Republic with 97 minutes and 19 seconds. That's the time that to beat by Dambrauskas, by Ignas Ambrazas.
Ignas Ambrazas is on the last climb to control number 20. It looks to be very close. He has only 1 minute and 50 seconds to finish. As we know, the time from control number 20 to the finish is something around 45-50 seconds. So he should arrive to control number 20 in the next minute to have the possibility to fight for the gold medal. .96 minutes, and from now on he has only 1 minute to finish. He has already passed the second to last control, and he's driving to the finish. When he comes in the visible part of the course to last control, he will have something like 15 seconds to the finish line.
Maybe it will be a place in the top 6 for him in the World Cup.
Yeah, of course, he will be somewhere around the Jeremy Pori time. Here is Ignas Ambrazas, and his time is 97 minutes, and he's fighting hard at the end, but of course he's inside the time of Jan Hasek, so it is a new leader and a new world champion in the long distance for the men under 23. It's a win for Ignas Ambrazas. Yesterday's second placed rider who made a mistake approaching the second to last control yesterday. Now no mistakes for him in the end, and it's a win for Ignas Ambrazas. He had to fight with the awful weather conditions at the last part of the course as being the last starter. He has been riding most of the part of the route in the rain and heavy wind, but he win it at the end.
World title and 5th place for Ignas Ambrazas in the World Cup. Fantastic performance by the Lithuanian guy. 97 minutes, it's his time, only 1 second faster than the 6th in the World Cup, Fabio Bettega from Italy.
So as the weather is becoming very windy and very rainy, we will be finishing with our live coverage from today's long distance. Me, Ivan Dimitrov, and Stefan Yordanov. We are finishing today's live coverage. We'll be again tomorrow for the relay, and hopefully it will be not so bad weather tomorrow.
We will see you tomorrow. Bye.